I'm coming in for the check on the multi-species line I set in the creek yesterday. Hopefully have a fox, beaver. I would love to have an otter or a mink, but the fox and the beaver should have done something, so we'll see. Anything else is just like gravy. I'm gonna head out and get over there and start checking. Well, I'm getting into the creek and I'm gonna check everything up this side going in and everything on this side coming out. If I find more places to put in new sets, that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna hug the bank and read the sign as I go. That's what I'm talking about. I don't see anything on the dirt holes yet, but the pocket set, like I said, I probably had a chance of catching the fox up here. Something tried to dig in from the top to get in there to the bait, but trap's still sitting right there. I've got to clean this pocket set out and yeah, I got to clean that pocket set out and try something different. I'm gonna bed the trap next to the hole like I do for a dirt hole, and maybe this fox will come back in here and try that again. But he wanted what I had in that pocket set. You can see all the digging from the top. But we'll take a better look in a minute. He managed to get some of the bait, but I put some more bait in it. And I've taken the trap that was bedded here and bedded it right here like a dirt hole. So if he comes down off of that to try to get to that bait again, should be a catch right there. And I'm going to take another trap and bait it up here where he was standing here digging. So he comes in here and tries that again, he's in trouble. He knows the bait's here. He hit it last night. He got some of it. He'll be back again tonight. He was digging from up here to get to the bait instead of coming in from this side. Decisions. I'll have to come up here and figure out what I need to do next. But I'm going to bed a trap up in here where he was standing here digging. Because he knows this was safe because he came in from this way to dig. And I'm going to have a surprise for him. Get up here and check that out. He smooth dug it out from the top. Smart fox. I got a trick for him today. But go down here and check these other two. I do have tracks in the set and no digging. See, I do have a track right here, track here, track here, and I don't know if he got the bait or not. I'll find out in a minute. I couldn't tell whether he got the bait down in there or not. It's so far down in there, but there's tracks all around the set. I did put a little more smell good stuff down in there for him. Maybe he'll try it again. I've had something come up here out of the creek to check out this set. Look at this tail drag. Comes up from the creek right down through there. I don't know what that is. It's a single skinny tail drag. That's weird. Big footprint. But you see tail drags over here. Weird. Tail drags going to it. I want to know what that was. Incredible. I'm gonna check the bait and move on down. So no catches here last night either. I am gonna take one of my 10-foot drowner rigs and I'm gonna bed the trap right here where he was already coming in digging. Bed a trap right there. And instead of using it as a drowning rig, I'm gonna use it as a slide cable and pull him off down the sandbar to a metal pole. But I'm gonna try something because he sure enough dug this set all to pieces. I've had tracks in all 3 sets last night and caught nothing. I gotta throw him a curve right here. I'll get this set put in, we'll take a look at it. I'm gonna be bedding that 1.5 right there where he's coming in and out digging. I got it squished down into that hard packed sand pretty good. And put the pan cover over it and sift over this area. It's gonna be running off on a 1/8 cable. I'm gonna bury the slider out that way too. But dirt hole set up there got hit, dirt hole set up here got hit. And the fox wanted whatever was in this hole. And he dug till he got some of it out. But I refreshed the bait too, changed that setup down there, and putting in this trap up here. I hope he comes back again tonight. This ought to be a curveball for him. You can see the 1.5 bedded right where he was standing digging. I'll get that finished. We'll take a look at what I wind up with. I got that 1.5 bedded where he was already standing to dig, and I'm running it on this cable to I'm gonna bury the cable as I go and run it as a slide cable, get it out here to this metal pole. Hide the cable out here to the metal pole. Should be a catch up here and come down the slide wire to the metal pole. In theory, let's see if that works. I had this one sealed in, so I took a dirt clod, put next to it, rebedded the trap right there underneath that leaf, and topped off the bait up in that cave a little bit. It got hit by something and caved the top of the cave in, but I'm not seeing tracks in the sand. Something come up here and did some digging. Oh yeah, I see what the culprit was now. Looks like a raccoon. Raccoon tracks right there. Raccoon did that, but I'll keep moving down. I know I got at least one catch and I got several more misses, but I'm not happy about that. We'll get down through here and look at the sets as I got nothing in the bottom edge set. I had hope for that one. It had a trench right where I put the 330. But I'll go down this side of the creeks and see what all we caught, what we didn't catch, and what got hit and what didn't get hit. We'll have fun. The pocket set right there is still in good shape. See the trap bedded right in front of it. And I mean not 4 feet from it. Not even 4 feet from it. Look at this. That is crazy. Not 4 feet from it. fresh sign. Crazy. I may have to put in a blind set, like a projection, put them out in the water, and just make another blind trail set right next to the water's edge where things are traveling. But that should have been a catch. I mean, they were right there. Right there's the pocket. It's fun anyway. You've got a trail running right up next to the bank. You can see the lighter colored sand right off this vertical face. And right here is where it flattens out a little bit. Right there is where that mink sign is, and right below that's that pocket. I do intend to blind bed, because everything's going to be forced into the water to go around this little point. I do plan on bedding a trap right there in a blind set. No bait, no hole, no lure, no nothing. Put that set in and pull it out into deeper water, because everything's being pushed around. You can see the trail on the bottom. Everything's going right there. Get that put in and take a look at it. There's my blind 1.5 set. I got this projection of mud that's forcing everything down into the water to come around this vertical face right there. We'll run the cable out in deep water and anchor it off. That looks good to me. It's just a blind trail set. Whatever comes through here, whether it be raccoon, otter, mink, beaver, nutria, anything coming around the edge of the bank. Like I got a mink track there, pocket set there, blind set there. Get that stake pulled out and get it finished. Up here, some of the roof of the pocket set right here is caved off. That's a rock. Has fallen out of the roof of the pocket set and set this 1.5 off. But I got a use for that rock, I think. Going to use it for a little bit of fencing, but I'm still going to redo this 1.5 right there. Swing and a miss, or that don't know what caused that to cave off in there, but we'll see in a minute if we got bait in there or not. No, it was not a miss. I have a toenail from what I think was a mink. A toenail catch. Little small toenail. At least I don't think it was a muskrat, but just a toenail catch. I worked hard for these sets, and I did take that rock and use it for fencing to close down that hole a little bit. I'm going to rebed that trap right there. Make sure it's got fresh bait in it, because I see fur pressed up against the mud on this side and a fairly sharp, not hard toenail, just soft toenail. I figured it was a mink, but we'll get this set remade. Getting down to the next pocket, and this trap's sitting up on the bank. I guess the water dropped a little bit. I'm going to make a little slide go into that pocket and rebed the trap back in here, but it's sitting plumb up on the bank. We'll get this one done and keep going. Big, pretty round castor mound I put right here yesterday on the creek. Got hit and had an approach right here. I don't see the trap nowhere. I went out here and pulled the cable. See if we got it. I haven't seen the trap, and there's the stake. So we'll see in a minute, but that mound got crushed. Well, I'm on the board. I got a big beaver. And I know I do have at least one more catch between here and the river, so that's going to be 2 catches. I don't know what the other one was yet. It looked long and skinny from a distance, so I will get. That's a big beaver. I thought it was going to be a 2-year-old. That's bigger than that. But I'll get the trap off of him. That's a big old tail. I'll get the trap off of it, get this mound remade, and probably pick up another one tonight. That worked pretty good. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to get him stored, get the set remade, and keep moving. Here's the remade set with the bed dug back out. No BS Beaver Extreme sitting right here. I'll put some more of my Alpha Delta up here on the mound. Next beaver comes through, like I said yesterday when I made this, if a beaver gets whiff of this, he's mine. He's back here. There's my set. I got it squished down in the mud, and it's a hard clay bottom. And it's a No BS Beaver Extreme. Happy. I'll keep moving down. Whew. I have managed to put the game camera back, watching the trail and the sandbar where the foxes usually come from. So thanks again, Paul. Appreciate the camera. But hopefully we'll get some of the action tonight on the sandbar, because all 3 sets got hit. And don't know what left the tail drag. Hope it was an otter. Hope he comes back. It's the only thing I could think of to leave a little single tail drag like that. We'll see. Putting in another set. I got the dirt holes for the fox up on the creek. And whatever made that tail drag came from this trail. Taking the boat paddle and pull just a little bit of mud out of the way. I do intend to bed a 1.5 Duke right there to try to catch. You know, if I catch an otter, I'd rather catch him and hold him out here in the river. Let the fox sets keep working, but that tail drag is right there. If they come back and do it again, there's going to be a 1.5 bedded right there. And it's got good strong springs on it. Run it on a 10-foot cable out here. I would rather hold the otter out here in the river than up here on dry ground. That way my fox sets keep working. Getting down to the next set, which is a beaver set. And you can see how that trap's half out of the water. That's not how I set it. I didn't set it in there at that kind of an angle. I've had a visitor that did not make a catch. The trap's sitting in there at an angle like that right there, semi pushed out of the water. I will get the boat in there and rebed that, put some more lure out there, put the bait, put the bed out here where it's supposed to be. That kind of got pushed up. Like I said, we've had another visitor. I'll get that set remade, and look, he done come up in here and stomped it. Stomped it. But I put some more lure right here along his face. We got the trap bedded back where it should be. A little offset, because I can tell from the fur drag right here, this is where he came up last night. And he come around in, set up on it, and stomped it. Probably put his own caster on it and slid back off in the water. Right over here. But let him try that again. I'll move down. Here I had that crossover right there set, coming out of that swamp on a blind trail set. And running down that cable, I do have one of the reef robbers' favorite things to catch. It's a big nutria. But I'll get him out, get him pulled in, we'll take a better look, but it's just a nutria. I was happy, boy, from a distance. I seen it was long and skinny, thought I had an otter. No, it's one of these things. We'll take a look at it in a minute. Catch number 2, and I gotta keep moving down here in a minute, but fairly good sized male nutria. Good clean skin, back foot catch on a couple toes, no foot damage. May freeze this one. I'll have to look at it when I get home, get it dried off. I got somebody looking, I got a taxidermist looking for some, and this is a big old male. If he's as clean as he looks when he's dried out, I know if he's got no marks on him, I'll freeze him for a Miss Canis latrans. So I'll have to make sure he has no marks, no whiskers out of place, no toenails, no foot damage. I know he's got no foot damage. I caught him on 2 back toes. Make sure there's no marks on the tail, but that's a pretty good sized male. We'll see when I get him dried off. That's all this was. There's a little section of swamp back through the sticks, and there's a crossover that runs right through here. You can see it, a little trail entering the creek. Right there. And right there is where I got a Duke 1.5 bedded. I'm gonna pull my cable back out in deep water, anchor it up again, and keep moving down. We have catch number 3. It's another nutria rat. Up here on that white sand. I see on that white sand castor mound. I don't know what he's doing up there. He had no business up there. It's a beaver set. But I'll get him pulled in and we'll take a look at him in a minute. It's just another nutria rat. Like I say, it's medium size. Had both front feet in the TS-85. He wasn't going to get very far down the drowner cable like that. But he's not full grown. He's only medium and another male. I will get this set remade and move down. I got nothing on that 330 blind set. But I am going to have to shove it down in the water a little bit deeper. The water has dropped a few inches and the bottom jaw is just barely touching the water. Get that took care of, and that's the last set for the day. There's a glare coming off that no matter what I do. But right there is the 330. I'm going to shove it down in there better than that. This one's to Miss Canis latrans. This is a good male nutria, and the only mark it's got on it is a little cut right there across the toes where it was caught. And then you make the call. I'll have it dried out tonight, and if that can be just fixed when you're taxidermying your specimens, this would be a good one, because it is a good fur, one way or the other. For a nutria, that's a pretty good sized male. It's going to dry out real good, and it's a full 2 knuckles deep on fur length. Good whiskers. Nothing out of place there. No rubs like a 330 had put in it, so I'll let you make the call on that one. We'll take a look at the rest of the catch when I get the boat down there. I'll catch it today. About a 50-pound beaver and 2 fairly nice big male nutria. I guess today was, if it's brown, it's down, because I didn't catch anything else. No bobcat, no fox, no mink, no otter. Just the 2 nutria and a beaver. We'll see you tomorrow.